I don't think you can trade Marcus Stroman right now because somebody's got to pitch for you, and until you know how healthy Aaron Sanchez is, you need Marcus Stroman. I think you trade Marcus Stroman in the offseason. I mean, I don't think I think there's less than a 10% chance Marcus Stroman's with the team next year at the start of the season.
What gives you that impression?
I think the organization. Well, no, I know the organization's tired of him.
Okay.
They're tired of him. I mean, you won't hear people say that publicly. You may hear people say that publicly by the end of the season, but there are people in that organization who just had enough of him. And I think there are a lot of people in that organization who are really unhappy with the way his rehab, quote unquote, went. I just think they feel it's time to move on from Marcus Stroman, that he's more trouble than he's worth at this point. And I think they're probably right.
That bums me out as a fan, man. Because look, I've seen some of his antics and some of the stuff he said, and he plays with fire, and I love that about him. And you always want to see that work out for the team, and you want to see this kind of underdog. Maybe he's painted himself as. I'm not.
I think
sure.
he's painted himself as.
Yeah,
he's painted himself. He's not an underdog. This is the thing that drives me nuts. I've kept trying. I'd love to find out who pissed him off, because
everybody.
All I know is this guy, and I keep mentioning this to people. He's got this idea that the Toronto media is against him, and yet the people who cover the team on a day-to-day basis, the people who would have, frankly, the greatest reason to not like him, they voted him Pitcher of the Year. Mm-hmm. I mean, and I understand that's a small award. It's not like winning the Cy Young Award. But he has this idea, and I know this drives Stroman fans nuts when you say it, but it's true. He's got this – there's this sort of make-believe grudge he has against a bunch of people who, don't have a grudge against him. I'm not his biggest fan, but I don't wish him poorly. I mean, go out and win as many games as you can, sign autographs for your fans, be a good teammate. That's all I want. I don't care if you're going to come over to my house for beer or anything like that. That's fine. I really don't care about that. And he's not an underdog. No one. The only thing I've ever heard anybody say about him in this city that could possibly annoy him was that, well, we don't know if he's good enough to be an ace. Well, we say that about everybody. I mean, you say that about Aaron Sanchez when he first came up here. Mm-hmm. And it's got nothing to do with Marcus's height or anything. It's just, well, look at his numbers. Does he look like an ace to you? Looks to me like a good number 3 starter. And which is fine. I mean, the number 3 starters make a ton of money in baseball. But, there's enough serious stuff going on in everybody's lives right now that you don't need a guy who kind of makes stuff up, right? It's at some point you want to ask him, hey, you know what? That may have worked your rookie year. Mm-hmm. Well, grow up, stop it, be a pro, go about your business, forget the other stuff. I don't care if you want to sell hats and T-shirts with HDMH, that's fine. I have no problem with you marketing yourself. But try to be a little real, and don't try to create all these these make believe enemies. I mean, we don't need it, and especially when the team's not going well, we don't need that. Nobody needs that at this point. And maybe it's time Marcus Stroman stopped being such a narcissist and and take a look around.
Jeff, listen, I know you're on the phone, but we need to know how you really feel.
Yeah,
okay?
really.
We need to know.
Sorry,
stop holding back.
Candy coat things.
Jeff, that is a. Man,
I'm trying to compliment the guy.
I should be a guest in my show more often.
You are.
Damn, I like this.
You're an all-star.
Like
this is great.